Okay, good morning, Stampers. I apologize for being a minute late. I needed my other cup of coffee. It is Nemi Batson here with Nemi's Crafty Cafe out in Cooks Creek, Manitoba, just 20 minutes northeast of Winnipeg. So thanks for joining me today. Today is Tuesday and it's snowing in Cooks Creek, Manitoba, showering with snow, and I sure hope it comes and goes. I swear, like in Manitoba, you can have all 4 seasons in one day, and especially in a week, but very often it can also happen in one day. So that's just crazy talk. So anyway, I just wanted to remind you that this Thursday I will be on again at 7 p.m. tonight because we'll be doing my monthly craft along. So I sent out, I don't know, a dozen kits already that features these 3 cards. So you should have everything, and all you need is really a sentiment for it and maybe an animal. So yeah, so we'll walk through all that on Thursday at 7. And if you're still interested, you can click on my link. Oh, I forgot to put the link. Here, let me do that. And I still have 2 more kits available that I have packaged. So sometimes, like I always create extra just in case. Last minute, somebody puts in an order and then I'm good to go. But there is a link for April's craft along, and you can easily add that to your order. So once again, let me refresh here. I can see comments on my phone, but let's see if Facebook has fixed it. And no, nothing yet. Good morning, Kathy. Thanks for joining me. So you get these for free when you place a minimum order of $50. So make sure you do that, and you will definitely come to May's class. And you can come in person in May, or you can come just join me live. Okay, and speaking of that, guess what? There's 3 days, April 15th to 17th. When you spend a minimum order of $25, because you need $25 to get Stampin' Rewards, you get double. So on $25, it's $2.50. So it jumps to $5. But you put in a $100 order, it's $20 that you get in rewards. So you can accumulate that over the 3 days and then use it to place an order later, or when the new catalog comes out, like the following week or day, whatever you want. So I'm super excited, and I was going to place an order today. Well, now I'm going to wait until April 15th to place my order. And because it's my actual birth date is April 17th. So when that closes, I'm going to send you 24 sheets of random samplings of 6x6 DSP. So that is my gift to you for shopping with me during the sale. There is Let's Get Crafty Club, which I'm pushing out. I'm hoping the paper is going to arrive, because I really don't want to change the paper. It's gorgeous, but if I have to, I will. Like, look at that beautiful patterns, right? Like, and the linen and all that bronze foil. I really, really, really hope they do. But I did notice part of the reason why we may not have it is just stock availability, because there's a lot of it too in the virtual album retreat. So we are currently promoting a virtual album retreat. I don't even remember how many pages you actually create here. Let me just double check. I didn't print it because I have yet to take it as well. And I think I might. I've got enough Stampin' Rewards. I probably can. So it's called Happiness is Here. And they actually show everything that you get. It's loaded. So it is loaded. And it starts on Saturday at 2 p.m. Well, actually it runs from April 29th to May 1st. And that's because it is National Scrapbooking Weekend, I believe, that weekend. So that's why. But you get a white gel pen. Like, you get 2 gel pens. You also get the Golden Glow Shimmer Brush, which is not available. You get the Moody Palette Dots, which is what we used yesterday. And it's constantly on back order. Well, it's always on back order because it's required for all these clubs everybody gets. So it's this one here, the one that we're using, right? And You get 12 by 12 memory protectors, 4 by 4 flip-flops, and just 10 scrapbook spreads. So I'm assuming that's 20 because it's double spread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yep. So you get 20 scrapbook pages. Holy Hannah, that's a lot. Anyway, I'm thinking of checking it out. In Color Club, I didn't have time to do my link yesterday. I got super tired. But you should get the ink pad, the refill, 4 sheets of cardstock, a quarter pack of DSP embellishments. So you'll get the color of the month for that embellishments, 2 yards of ribbon, a card project, so a template. And I'm hoping to be able to also add in a scrapbook and then color combo ideas. So, and then I'm going to give you the coordination number paper as a gift. Okay. So those are my things, and oh yeah, I was looking for the link. So here, let me paste it here, and then that way it's in there. Okay, and maybe it'll update. Yeah, right, wishful thinking. Okay, today is Tuesday, and here we are. We're still working with the Springtime Scenes bundle. So this is the stamp set, right? And then we still have all these glorious 19 dies to work with, so super excited about that. And I love these dies. And by the way, these are 3-inch circles. So they work great with scrapbooks as well as cards. So, you know, it's really fun to play with. And I think tomorrow we'll do that. And then I also brought in for today's card the party banner dies. So we're using these 2 sizes here. If I can get them out. My magnetic sheet is very strong. So these 2 sizes to get some coverage onto our card. So they're going to overlap one another. And then what I did was I cut them ahead of time. So we use the white for the smaller dies, the banners. And then we're using DSP and a plain blueberry bushel for the bigger banner, which was this one here. So they're gonna layer on top of each other so we can add some text and as well as some imagery. So they'll go like that. And I love that this backside is the, you'll get to see both patterns, which is what I wanted as well. And to get both patterns, we're using Garden Poetry. So I wanted something a little more masculine, but yet feminine. And so we are using the blueberry bushel version of Garden Poetry. So Garden Poetry comes with all these cool colors. I was gonna do Blackberry Bliss because it's so pretty, but I wanted something a little more masculine. So I went with the shades of blue, but also blue is my favorite color. So I guess I'm being a little biased in that sense. Okay, so what are we creating? So we're gonna create this card here, and it just flips up like so. So like I said, you get to see the other side here. So you can use any shape. You can use rectangles, ovals, scallops, arches or golden arches. Like you could use that, decals, whatever you feel like using. But this is what I use. You could also turn it into a double card. Here I've used it as one. So if you wanted to add, if you felt like this is not enough space for you to write your message, then you can add another sheet of cardstock here or turn this into a double card. So you'd have this flap and then you would have the whole inside here if you wanted to add more to it. But I figured sometimes when I don't have a lot to say, then this kind of card really works well. And then let me just double check. I don't know if I made it big enough. Let me see here. But oh no, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit, but you could put it sideways if you wanted to, or you could take a couple mini glue dots and then stick it to the back. So that way you have a gift card holder. I'm like, what's it called? Okay, so let's get crafty. So we're using, just gonna put that at the bottom so I don't lose it. So we're using a standard piece of blueberry bushel for our base. So that is pretty much 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I pulled this out. I think it's part of, again, retired cardstock. Thoughtful Journey, I think it's from. I forgot to write it down. I don't think I have it. Like, look at all this cardstock I get to give away. So this is why I want to give. I have so much cardstock to unload. Or sorry, designer series paper. I even have a pack barely open. But let's see if I have info on it here. I think it is part of the Thoughtful Journey pack. So that's a heavy piece. And I thought, okay, I really want blueberry bushel. So the nice thing is you can go into my website, my online store, and in the search bar, type a color you're looking for, blueberry bushel, and this came up. So I thought, okay, this is fantastic. But then it's got too much of a balmy blue. I didn't like the front with this. So I thought, oh, let's try something different. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna cut it down. So we need 4 inches. So with this, I always like to do my 4-inch first. So, okay, I'll go this way in case I want that pattern. So we'll go 4 inches. Like, be aware of your pattern, because now I can use this piece here for another card, because that's 2 inches, which works fantastic for a strip on a card. And then I'm just going to cut it to 5 1/4. So I'm doing your standard layer on here. Okay. And then, so this would go here, but it's too light. It's more like a balmy blue. So, and I need a darker color like blueberry bushel. So, but I love the pattern. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our blueberry bushel and we're going to take a blending brush and we're just going to blend. I'm going to put this up a bit because I can see, holy smokes. I hope that snow just melts when it hits the ground. Oh no, it's not melting. My picnic table is covered. Okay, so we're going to, I'm right-handed, so I need to go this way so you can see. Okay, so we're going to take that and it's going to rub off a bit. See, you get that crazy bump there. And then I'm going to add in my color. And then what it's going to do is change it, but still see the pattern underneath. And that's what I love. You know, it's just a simple and quick technique you can do when you don't have the right color in your stash. But I like the pattern because it's masculine. Oh, I got something on there. Oh, my finger. That's what it is. I'm like, why is there like a big dot there? See that? That's from my finger. Okay, we'll try and cover that with the banner. Unless I can smoosh it out. Likely not. Okay. So then we'll... Ooh, this blueberry bushel is very juicy. And we'll just keep going around and around until we get to the other side and cover up as much as we want. Now I don't want that dark or that really bright spot in the middle, so I'm going to add some there as well. And now we just went from a balmy blue, here I'll show you, like this, to a blueberry bushel. So you can see the color change big time. So it's a neat little trick you can use when you don't get what you want. It's like so close, but not right. Oh, where's my coffee? Oh, there, okay. Thought I forgot it again. Okay, so there we go. There we have it. Simple as can be. And then I just want to double check. Oh yeah, totally going to cover that up. Perfect. So this is just now going to layer on top of here. So you can go as light or as dark as you want. So you can see the difference, balmy blue to blueberry bushel. So that's a quick little tip I just wanted to share. Okay, so now I've cut these and I really wanted this dark side, but it's going to end up getting covered like with this anyway. But that's okay. So what we're going to do to create the flap is we need to fold this edge over. And you can pretty much figure out what that edge is by just dry fitting your products. So you want to put your dry fitting your pieces, I should say. So you kind of want to figure out where you want to be. This one's a lot darker than my other piece. Oh, someone's here. And hopefully they don't ring the bell. And then work your way that way. So I want it right about there. And if I just look at my grid marks, I'm a 1/4 inch plus a bit. So maybe 3/8 of an inch is what I need to score it at. So we're going to try that. So I'm going to take this. It's so dark I had to turn on the lights. And we're going to score it at 1, 2, 3. I'm going to flip it over so that my fine score line is on the front. I mean on the bottom. 1, 2, 3. There's my 3 mark. And using my scoring tool, I'm going to score that. Okay? So then that way it folds this way. Perfect. Now let's see if I did that right. Oh yeah. Okay. Perfect. It's the neighbor. And that's going to go there. Or I could have just left it. So it's going to sit like this underneath. And then it will go covered like so. Like that. And we're going to push that against the edge of the card base. Not so much the edge of our layer. But now when you open it up, you see that. So all I'm just making sure of is that it's not too, it's at the right length. So I have that much showing. So that's fine with me. Okay, so that is our piece, and that's that piece, and then there's that piece. So that's pretty much done. Now we need to do our stamping and our die cutting. So let's get some of our stamping out of the way first. So we need to stamp these two, and then I took shaded spruce. Is this shaded spruce? Yeah. And we're going to stamp the big leaf on it. What is that leaf called anyway? Does anybody know? So if you do, make sure you put it in on my comments, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. I know it has a name, but I forget what it's called. And it just reminds me of Hawaii. Everything big reminds me of Hawaii. Okay, let's do this one first. So we're going to take the, I think it's like Manta something, I don't know. So we just got some scrap pieces, and I'm going to, again, do tone on tone. And we're just going to make sure that that's inked up good. And then we're going to just stamp that on there. I know, right? You did place an order right before. And you know what? Here's a funny thing is, Stampin' Up! Never warns us when they're going to give us a deal. Oh, I forgot this. So it's very frustrating sometimes because you're just like, oh, I just ordered and now you're giving me a buy one, like, or free shipping or something. I'm like, seriously? So anyway, it's frustrating. Like, sometimes it's frustrating, especially when you want to place a big order and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I could have totally benefited from that. Okay, so we're going to go like this. And I'm also I'm blending this too because I don't want it to be just so blah. But we might have to blend it again. Oh yes, we will. After we die cut it. So we're going to die cut that one. We also need, I've already die cut my vellum because I felt like we needed a little color in there. So we have all these pieces. So we're going to stamp this one first. So one of them says sending lots of love. So we're going to use our blueberry, or sending lots of sunshine, I should say. And that's going to be for the front. So sending lots of sunshine. That's this one. Oh, wait, I can't stamp that one yet. I just remembered. We have to make sure we cut it first. So let me do that after. But we can do this one. Just gonna clean that up a bit. This one is, oh, we gotta cut that one too. Okay, I suck. Let's do all our die cutting first. I just remembered we have to cut these down because they're gonna not fit. Okay, this is what happens when you create the day before, not the morning of. So, according to my color combo chart, Flirty Flamingo and Mango Melody are a good match with this, along with when I checked Blueberry Bushel. Do I have Blueberry Bushel? I always like to make these little cards, which you'll get as part of In Color Club, because then I don't have to like Google everything or do searches all through Pinterest. And then Blueberry Bushel pretty much also brings in Calypso Coral, which, you know, Flirty Flamingo, and I don't really need the yellow because I didn't add any in there. Okay, so that's how I kind of picked that my ladybug should be Melon Mambo, because I wanted something brighter and not original and traditional like red. So let's get all these prepped. So here we're going to need, I already did some, the center, and because I can and I have space on my scrap, I'm gonna do the 2 flowers and this. And then my ladybug is going to be pink. And my flower is also going to be pink. So Flirty Flamingo and Melon Mambo. And then we need the body of the ladybug. So like that. And then I think we got everything else. Oh, this we need for this big plant. And do I have tape? Yeah, I'll just use this one. Oh, it's got stuff stuck to it. Okay, so I'm so blind I can't see. So I'm gonna line this up as best as I can. Oh, slid. Hang on a sec. There we go, there we go. Oh, slid again. So my order was delayed, should have come today. Then I checked last night and it says, what did it say? Oh, I forget what it said. We apologize for the delay, but we are working hard or something to get your order to you. And I'm all like, oh, so it's not coming today? I was like, what is going on? But I guess there must have been some kind of big order, like batch that got delayed, like because everything ships in batches. So now I don't have my plates. I don't have anything. I'm like, oh my goodness, I need new plates so bad. Look how bad my plates are. So I'm like, really need new plates. And it's in there, along with some stamp sets and stuff that I want to use for my bingo, and I can't, and also for my card swap. So I'm like, how am I gonna get this done when all my stuff is delayed? I was not happy. So hopefully they do get it. I checked this morning again and the message was still the same. So, oh, look what I did. It's because it's all over my fingers. So disappointing. It's okay, we'll use the back side. That's why we have 2-sided. Ah, inky fingers. Good morning, Margaret. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this over to my machine here so I don't have to bring it in. If my order comes in, maybe we'll do some tomorrow so we can, and I might actually bring in my big boss just to show how beautiful my plates look. What's going on here? Okay, so I'm just running this through. And let's see what we got. Okay, so we should have all of our pieces. Then I'm just going to add my magnetic sheet here beside us. So that way I can pop everything in. So then I thought, oh, you know what? You could use these 3 little dots from the ladybug as embellishments. There's another little tip for you if you want, because look at them, they're perfect. So I'm going to put those aside just in case I do want to use them, because you never know. And they can be little embellishments. I know, I'm crazy. Okay. But hey, it's there. Why not? Okay, so there's our ladybug. So we got our Melon Mambo ladybug. And then we got our 4 flowers plus the center. So now I can put these back. So one. Oh, look, you can even keep those blues. Okay, that's a little tedious, I know. Okay, got those. And then we can put these back before I lose them. And then our big, I know this is like Monta something. What is this flower or leaf called? Come on, peeps. I know you know. Okay, then go there. And that's our flower. Yeah, we need to do a little bit more blending on that one. And then the last one, which is this flower. So I'm glad they give us an extra. They also give you another one where you can die cut. Stamp first and then die cut. So that one's there too. But I like this pattern. I don't think we've done much stamping in the last 2 days. We'll be doing lots of stamping tomorrow. Wait till you see tomorrow's card. Oh my. Okay, so something I did and I was like, this is too boring, is I'm going to squish my leaf. Oh boy. And it's going to give it more texture so it's not so flat and flat looking. See? And now it kind of gives it that little bit of release and gives it a little bit of spunk. And then I'm going to take my shaded spruce because I have those crease lines now. And I'm going to add a little bit of color in there to break it up so that way it doesn't look so blah. And what happens when you die cut is the fibers on the edge here all break up. And so that's why the edges always look darker than the middles, because the ink gets caught inside there and then it makes that darker edge. So there we go. So now it's hard to tell, I know, in the video, but it's got more life to it than what it was. And then we're gonna fold these up with just our fingers, thumbs, I guess, just to give it a little more give. Okay? So a couple little tricks I like to do so that it doesn't feel so cold or harsh per se. Okay, now that we have that, let's do this and get this glued down. So I'm just gonna take my tear tape because it's an easy fit to run across. It fits perfectly in this 3/8 inch of a gap. Good morning, Irene. Thanks for joining. Howdy, howdy. Enjoying the snow? Oh, so Friday is my actual birthday. And then saying to, excuse me, saying to my husband, I'm like, he's like, oh, what do you want to do? And he goes, us. And he's like, oh, we could do hikes, we could do whatever. I'm like, yeah, it'd be fun to do something outdoors, but have you seen the weather? So I'm like, oh, that's not going to work very good. Okay, so we need to cover up that blob. And then I also want to make sure I leave enough space on this side, and I'm going right to the edge. So I'm using my grid line and going 1 to 3/4 of an inch in. And then I'm going to try and line that up because I can't get my head in there. I'm hoping I'm roughly on the edge. Let's see. Okay, well, I'm not showing on the other side, so that's bonus. And then we're going to put this here. Okay, maybe it's a little too much that way. Yeah, it's a little too much. I don't know if I can lift it still. Oh, I might be able to save it. Come on, baby, come on. Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Elephant ear leaf. Thought it was a Montessori's, but it's not. Oh, okay, thanks, Kathy. Elephant ear leaf. Cool, I'm going to have to look that up. Thank you. Because I was like, I thought it was too, that Montes, I couldn't think of the word, so I just stopped myself. I know it's Monte something. But thank you so much. There we go, that's a little better. I like it better that way. So now we know what it is. Elephant ear leaf. Cool. Okay. Now we're going to glue this, and I'll just put my middle initial there. Save all our stamping for tomorrow. It's going to be a late night tonight because my kids have soccer from 7:30 to 10. So I get to sit there for 2.5 hours. Boring. Okay, I mumbled that one. So this one's going to go here. And we're just going to line that up. And I'm going to line it up so it's right along the edge there. So I'm looking at cutting off, let's say 1/4 inch, according to my grid paper, my grid here. That's what I love about this. So, you know, when you have grid paper or a glass mat with measurements all over it, you don't have to pull out your ruler all the time. There we go. So that's the front. Now the inside one. So if I stuck this here completely, you get this, right? Like you see the whole bottom. And we don't want that. We want it hidden. So we need to cut it down. So again, I'm just going to line this up because it's never ever perfect. And I'm not perfect by all means. And I'm just going to take a quick gander there. It's right there. I bet you it's 1/4 inch as well. So I'm going to just mark that pencil line with a pencil. And guaranteed it's about 1/4 inch. Let me see. I'll put it in my... Oh, no, I'm good. Oh, it's about 3/8. So it should match technically. So, yeah, it's about 1/4 with a little bit. So let's do 1/4 inch first and see how we line up. Because we're going to butt it against here. We're not lining it up with the layer. We're lining it up with the card base. And oh, look, I can still cut more off. Or if you like it, you can see that's actually quite nice. Oh, I kind of like it like that. Because here on my original, I'll show you. I hid it. And because this is two-tone cardstock, you get a little bit of the green there. And so when you open up, you see it. But I'm kind of liking that bottom piece. What do you think? I kind of like it. I'm going to leave it for now unless you guys in the notes tell me otherwise. Okay, so then I'm going to put that one there. So if I don't see anything, then I know I'm good. And then this one is going to go here on top. So again, we're not cutting much off on this one, but we want to make sure you don't see it. So good, Irene, you like it too. Perfect. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to cut off 1/8 and see where we're at. Now, the one thing is I don't want it showing through because I like the blue on blue. So if we line this up and we put that there, we need to make sure it's not showing. And it's not. So that's perfect. So I cut off 1/4 inch. It might be slightly different on yours. So keep that in mind. Okay. Now, look at all my boo-boos. Okay, so we need to stamp these. So this one's the front, just to make sure. And this one's the inside. So inside and front. So on the front, we want sending lots of sunshine. I like these sentiments because it's not really like, hey, it's birthday. Let me, you know, like you can still say it as a birthday without saying it as a birthday. So sending lots of sunshine. So that was this one. So we're going to leave it closer to the top and make sure we're straight. There we go. And then on the inside one, we have You Brighten My Day. And then again, it can be like happy birthday underneath. There. So I'm just centering that so there's still room to acknowledge who it's for and where it's from. So we don't want to take up too much space. But like I said, if you want to, you could always add a piece of white cardstock on the back. Okay, so now those are ready. And I think we're done all our stamping. I was going to stamp leaves in here, but then I changed my mind. I'm going to keep it as elegant as possible. Let's just drop my pieces on the floor. Okay, so let's get this all in here. So this is going to go here and line up. Oh, wrong spot. I'll switch. So we're just going to grab our adhesive again and go along the edge. So this is the inside. So it's another blueberry bushel. Not my initial. That's a really bad N. And now how am I going to pick this up? Okay. There we go. Line that up. Make sure we're lined up. So that's the joy of liquid glue, is gives you a little time to readjust. Okay, and then we need the white piece that goes on the inside. So you brighten my day, and then we're just gonna center that. So I'll add our adhesive again along the edges. And my initial. And flippity-doo-dah. Okay, like that. And then I put this flower here on the inside. So I didn't want to take up too much space, and I'm going to stay on the white because then I know for sure that it's not going to peek through on the back. So I'm just going to add a mini glue dot on the back side of this one. Okay. And then just put my flower there. And then there was that little itty bitty center piece. Here it is. Of the flower. So we're going to add another mini glue dot. And go there. Add that little touch of blue. And then we're going to put another one. Oops. We're going to take one of these little flowers. And I'm out of micro glue dots. So I'm going to roll this because it's too big and stick it on the back of the flower on one side. And I'm okay if some of it peeks through because we're going to tuck it underneath this flower. So as long as the flower covers up that glue, I'm okay. And there we go. So that's the inside. And then now you still have a spot to put to Kathy from Nemi. So lots of room. Oh, I could have went up a bit more. Should have went up a bit more. You can see it just a little bit on the bottom. I don't think I can move it. It's stuck solid now. Okay, so let's put this one on the front. So this one's going to butt up against the top. So I might cut that. And add adhesive to this fine mess of white cardstock that I messed up with my blue fingers, inky fingers. Oh, now that's going to be a mess. Oy, that's no fun. Okay, sorry, I'm way over here because look what I just did. Dropped my piece. Talk about butterfingers. Just want to make sure it's not peering off the back. And we're good there. Okay, looks good. Let me just grab a baby wipe before we make a bigger mess. Oh, gotta keep you all entertained. Okay, I'm gonna try and get some of that ink off my finger before. And let's wipe off all that adhesive. Baby wipes are a must in your craft room. There we go, all clean. And now wet. So, I don't think I have, I'm out of paper towels. Normally I would wipe that with a paper towel after, but I'm out. So we'll let that dry. And then this goes here. So then now we're going to stick this elephant ear here in the corner. Now you can put this any way you want. It's really showing. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to trim that puppy, I think. Okay. And then we're going to add this in. Oh, hello, Barb. Thanks for catching the end here. And we're going to add that flower or that leaf right there. Any way you like, really, however you like. And we're just going to add adhesive to the back of that because it's going to be our base flower. And I'll leave it in case we want to do some tucking if we change our mind. And we'll slide that there. And oh, we also have to put together our ladybug. So let's do that. Just gonna add a few dots of glue. Yeah, it's dry now. It's dry. And then stick that on there. And this glue dries clear, so you won't see that later. And then we're going to add our flower there, our leaf, our other leaf. And so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue because honestly, we're just going to cover it up with the ladybug anyway. So that's going to go there. And then ladybug, I'm going to use dimensionals. So I'm going to use a black for the bottom. And then I'm going to stick a mini on the top part because it might... I had to do that with my other one because it was just too flimsy. So with my original. And then we're just going to add that right about there. And then we still have our flowers. So we'll stick a flower underneath. I think that's what I did is I tucked the flower in there. And we have 3, so technically we could use them. We have 3? Yeah, we have 3. So we have 1 there underneath. And then I could use, because somehow I have, oh yeah, because I didn't cut all of them on the other one. And then we have 3, so I could use another, I could use all 3 here. Maybe I'll do that. Yes. And then we'll just add embellishments on them. Just realized too that I haven't even used ribbon. Hello Barb, thanks for joining me. Catching the end here. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. So we'll put a 3rd one there. Gives us a little, because on my original I just used embellishments, but we can still do both. So my embellishments are here somewhere because I just showed them to you earlier. So we have cloud cover, white, I think it's Old Olive and Secret Sea, which again, still on back order, but they're also in the virtual card retreat and they're also in the virtual album retreat. So they're hogging us. They're hogging it all up on us. I'm going to use cloud cover this time and instead of white. So, and instead of green, instead of the Old Olive there, and that covers that up. Oh, I kind of like it. Now I have a little bit there, so I'm going to have to figure out how to cut that out. But we are pretty much done. That was an easy peasy one, but I also had all the pieces cut for most part. So, there is our 2. So we did some blending in this one, and then we're doing this little chickadee trick fun fold here. I like the bright colors that I added in there instead of using a traditional red. So I think the pink kind of goes great with the, or shades of pink goes great with the blue, with the bright blueberry bushel. So I hope you enjoyed that. Tomorrow we're going to do a lot of stamping for this one and get some more techniques in there. But looking forward to that. So I hope you like that project. So like I said too, you could use those other 3 from the flower. Look, so this was from the ladybug. There's those 3 dots. So you could technically, if you wanted to, add those 3 dots as embellishments if you wanted to on any part of the card. Or any card, really. So that's the 3 dots here from the ladybug. So they actually look like embellishments and can be used to embellish on any card. So just wanted to bring that up again so you don't forget. And enjoy your snowy day. And we'll see you again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Have a great day. Happy stamping. And see you tomorrow. Bye for now.